What's going on, everybody? You know, us in the bird section had to get together for this. We had to. Man, we had to, bro. Like this, as you can tell, Leo is annoying.
I'm sorry, everybody, but he ain't lying. He ain't lying. After what happened yesterday, first of all, hey, everybody, what's happening? It's your boy Leo, and welcome back to the bird section. Oh, I had to holler. I had to get on here with my man Warren with the Eagles Collective podcast. And listen, while you guys are here, hook your boys up, hit the like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? We trying to, that's the tip jar right there. We trying to get our numbers together, right? You know what I'm saying? You're muted. No, there you go. There you go. Now I can hear you.
Okay, cool,
But
cool.
yesterday, Warren, listen, everybody, Warren ain't lying. Like for most of y'all Eagle fans, I'm sure yesterday was a roller coaster of emotion. Especially when you look at the way that game, the first half of the game versus the second half. And I'm curious, Warren, was anybody talking shit the first
No,
two quarters?
uh,
First quarter?
just because where I was at, it was all Eagles fans. If
Okay.
anything, we were getting frustrated that first half.
Right. So everybody collectively was
Yeah,
frustrated and
yeah,
then jovial at the
frustration.
same time.
Yeah. That's what it was when I was there, and I don't know. For something in me just said, you know what? I don't think they're gonna end this game out like this. They just not. And all of a sudden they just switched up. But yeah, we definitely gonna dive into that. Just
I I
let's
I, I
just get started with the offense. Let's just talk about
mhm.
the offense and just what we saw. Apparently, Kevin Patullo kind of let the straight jacket off of Jalen and let him play his game, play the game that he wants to play.
Mhm.
Um, the yes, this offense plays. The way that we play our game is we play with what the defense gives us,
Right.
and we kind
Right.
of see how they set the tone, and we react to it. Going
Right.
in the second half, we had to set the tone. So that's definitely what I saw going into this, and also just a little bit of that passing that we were all asking about week one and week two. It sounds like it was technically there. It was just not being chosen to be done. Now, I think it's a little bit of Dallas Goddard coming back. I think Dallas Goddard coming back definitely helped with opening up the holes
Mm.
for a lot of pass plays. But man, just Jalen Hurts. You For people to talk about Jalen Hurts the way that he is as a quarterback, if you watch that game, if you
Mm.
just simply watched it, doesn't
Mm.
matter what type of fan you are, you sit there and you watch that game. I'm pretty sure you ask to yourself, can my quarterback do that?
You talking about in that game or just
That game
up to this point? Yeah.
going into halftime and then watching the second half and the way that game ended, would they be able to sit back and say, could my quarterback do that?
There aren't very many quarterbacks in the league right now today who
Mm-hmm.
are mentally built to be able to handle that, because we pretty much spotted them 19 points. There
Mm-hmm.
was a point, there was a period in the game in the third quarter when the game was 26-7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're down 19 in the beginning in the middle of the third quarter, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much are, you're pretty much, you know, packing it up mentally, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So what I believe what I liked about yesterday is that at the end of the day, defensively and offensively, I like at least I know we got that in us.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of comeback, that kind of fight. Now, I don't need to have it demonstrated week after week, okay? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't need to I don't need you to demonstrate to me how we could spot somebody 19 fucking points and then have to, win it on a block field goal or something last second shit or whatever. I don't
Exactly.
need to know that, but I'm happy to know that we got that because that's overall that type of win is a character win. It tells us a lot about
Yeah.
what we need to know about our team in terms of character goals. Especially what happens after they go into halftime and everything like that. I said that we were old for offensive explosion. At some point, and it came in the second half. I mean, if we're looking at the tail of the tape, Jalen Hurts was 21 for 32.
Mhm.
Okay, he threw for 226 yards and ended up with a rating of 117. You know what I'm saying? He threw for 3 touchdowns to AJ, Devontae, and Dallas. Okay, so there you have it. There was our full complementary of There was our skill position weapons come into play. Matthew Stafford was 19 of 33. For 196 yards, and he had a passer rating of 82.4. And so when we look at from a defensive standpoint, I mean, like we're still kind of holding. you know Last year we held opponents to under 24. This week, they scored 26 on us. Okay, again, it was a little bit of a weird game in terms of the first 2 quarters. And then, defensively, you see how the defense sort of clamped down on things. You know what I'm saying? You look at um, uh, uh, the way the Eagles uh, rush it. I'm sorry, the way the Eagles rush defense, pass defense, Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams. And there was also issues with the special teams not being able to properly fill the ball every time they kicked it off, but it was some weird way that they were kicking the ball, so
Yeah,
get
that knuckle kick.
yeah. So it was like, okay, we got those are things that we definitely can clean up. You know what I'm saying? I think that Jordan Davis ran himself to, blocked and ran himself into a new contract. Pay him now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he just got expensive. You know, um, um, and we're going to need him to help keep Jalen Carter in check because we know Jalen Carter's a crash out. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get that together. But seeing how the offensive line
Mhm.
sort of settled down once Fred Johnson came in instead of Matt Pryor taking over for Lane Johnson because Lane Johnson was out with a stinger.
Right.
But to see how they sort of settled down and was able to give Jalen the time that he needed to get the ball to the law firm of Goddard, Brown, and Smith. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We see it. We this is what everyone was looking for in terms of the first couple of games. Now, be it granted, Warren, that was 12. That was total of 12 quarters of material now. That
Hmm.
was the third and final preseason. We're going into week 4. The first 4 games, we're stumbling and bumbling our way into being who we're going to be.
Hmm.
And we are still trying to figure that out, but we've demonstrated what we're capable of. It's like Kevin Patullo needs to learn that you have a Ferrari. I saw the exchange with Jalen on the sidelines with him yelling at Kevin Patullo and a few other people. And as soon as Jalen started, going in about whatever the hell it was he was going in, they hopped too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about just trying to give it to Saquon because they knew that everyone knew Saquon was going to run and they kept stopping him. So it was like, okay, throw the ball. And once they started throwing the ball, shit changed. Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I know that was long winded, but that was pretty much all of it.
No, that's a fact. And I don't know if you noticed this, but after the game, before the game, I guess Jalen Carter made a bet with Jared Verse.
So that was Jared versus Chain he was wearing.
Yeah. Yeah. So he got
Oh,
Jared versus Chain. So if this is if this is Jalen Carter's new way of
Hoping, yeah,
yeah,
I'm with it. Yeah, yeah.
going after players. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So that was the case. I saw that.
yeah.
You
That
know.
was the chain he was wearing. With the Kevin Patullo, I didn't notice that until after the game. That Jalen actually went to Kevin Patullo and apparently was very passionate in his conversation with him. But hey, whatever needed to be done, and I
They
think
got done.
at the end of the day, just looking at that, I truly don't think it's still going to ultimately like we didn't see like a breakthrough, and now like moving forward, this is how they're going to play the game. I think when it's necessary, they will play like that, and I feel like they probably should have turned it on a little bit earlier. Like the halftime adjustments, was that Kevin Patullo? Was that Nick? Or was that Jalen?
Well, here's the thing. Whoever it was, we know that person is on our team.
Yeah, sure.
So at this point, does it really matter?
Yeah.
I mean, does
But
it
the
actually?
reason why I asked that is because at the end of the day, if that's Nick that didn't want that change, now we going up against the head coach. So that was the whole issue
No,
with
we're not
Johnson.
because here's the thing. If it was the head coach, right, we're still not going against the head coach because guess what? We know that when Jalen not happy, he has the power to go hoop and holler and shit
Change.
changes.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true.
we know that's a dynamic that is allowable amongst the team. The quarterback is allowed to go express himself to the offensive coordinator and the head coach however he needs to, and they gonna listen to him. You understand what I'm saying? Like what we saw was that somebody must have been like, okay, Jalen, okay, you're right. All right, let's do it your way.
Yeah, let's just
And
do
then
it.
they did it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. If that's like when shit ain't going right, you know what I'm saying? The quarterback has the ability to go and express himself.
Make that
And
change.
yeah, and guess what? And then they do it. So we really can't be mad if you think
No,
about
definitely not mad.
it. We really can't.
What should we expect to see moving forward? Now, I think we're in the middle of our toughest part of the schedule right now because we already went through the Chiefs, went through the Rams, we got the Bucks coming up next, but this is kind of our toughest part of the schedule.
I don't. I'll say I disagree with that. And you want to know why?
Yeah, who you looking at?
All right. The reason why I disagree with that is because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This is the Philadelphia Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always start the first four games slow.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You could still count however bad we fucked up or whatever. We're still starting off slow. We're the best looking slow starters ever right now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Because
Now
we
the
have the
coach,
talent. Yeah.
yes, you know what I'm saying. But what up, Drew? You know what I'm saying. You know the thing about it is that we're still. It was still week 4. The first 4 games for all 32 teams are stumbling, bumbling games.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was a stumbling, bumbling game.
Yeah,
At
because we
the end of
saw a
the
lot of
day,
upsets too.
yeah, because we're still not only everybody, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still trying. We're still trying to figure out who we are. Even after that, we just all we found out is we got a little bit. We know we what do we know? We do know that we can go down by 19 and motherfuckers is going to still support and play hard. We
You're
know
gonna
we
have
got
to.
that in us.
Yeah, we told teams that even if you're ahead by
You get it's
21
60
points,
minutes, not
you can't
30.
let
Not
off the gas.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's 60 minutes, not 30, not
yeah, you
34,
can't let off
not
the gas.
45.
That's what the
Yeah,
Rams did. The
yeah,
Rams did
yeah.
let off the gas.
Yes, they did. Well, it was quite obvious. There came a point where they were trying to not where they were playing to not lose the game rather than playing to win the game.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there and you're just kicking field goals. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You saw how our defense sort of kind of settled itself in as well. You know what I'm saying? The defense
Yeah.
won us the game. Keep it all, keep it a buck.
The
You know what I'm saying?
defense want us the game, but the offense complemented what the defense was doing. Jalen
Yes, and it was
Jalen did need to he still needed to make those moves that were made.
yeah, but see, here's the thing. He had to do like the defense saved us the game because like here's the thing, right? Look at this. Jalen threw the ball 32 times. Okay. Historically, we need him only throwing the ball like 24 times.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that was so everything was done out of necessity yesterday. He had a high volume of throw attempts out of necessity. You see what I'm saying? So we like I'm thinking about like and listen, the Rams scored 26 points on our defense. Historically, if you go back into going into last season or whatever, we held teams to less than 24, 23.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are some things like there's some nuances that we have to look at in particular when it comes to how we evaluate our particular quarterback. You see what I'm saying? Yes, this time he threw a high number of but we don't need him throwing it 30-something times.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
It's not necessary.
Yeah, we're still trying. Look, we're still trying to figure out. Again, this offense is still trying to figure out who it is because we still haven't figured out how we're going to get Saquon off, even though we know teams want to play us that way. You see what I'm saying? I mean, yes, we saw them just throw the ball a lot, and he started getting chunk plays after that because the Rams had to respect it. You see what I'm saying? But that was something we needed to go through a couple of live fire exercises in order to get to that conclusion. You see what I'm saying? But this was really just our third preseason game. This was only 12. We literally only have 12 quarters of film for this offense. We only had 12 quarters of film for this offense. We only have 12 quarters of film for this offensive coordinator with the number ones. So we're getting there, but we still haven't figured out tendencies. We're still young.
Yeah, like I said, we're not going to
long enough.
know Kobe gets there.
Right. Like, so we don't even know what we have a tendency to do or anything like that because we're still too young. And that has nothing to do with the offensive coordinator. We actually look like a team with another brand new offensive coordinator, just like we did last year. What was everyone saying about Kellen Moore this time last year? I don't know, y'all. He might have to go. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Remember?
We weren't getting as much talk with Kevin. I feel like we were giving Kellen Moore more grace because but with Kellen Patullo, he's been with us for so long. He's been with us for so long.
But here's the thing though, we were 2-2.
Yeah.
In the first 4 games. We were 2-2.
And that was the drop from Saquon. And what was the other loss?
It was the drop from Saquon against Atlanta, and then
in the Bucks. It was just a loss from the Bucks.
Yeah, and then Tampa Bay. Yep.
And that was not having AJ Brown or Devontae that game.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, brand new, like circumstances are the same. It's just that there are things that this guy Kevin Patullo, I still think he needs. And mind you, he's a first-time offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? We look like, after 12 quarters, we look like a team with the first-time offensive coordinator with a shit ton of talent.
Yeah.
But we're still we're now in week 4. It was only been 3 games. That's not enough. It's not enough to say, I think you need to go. It's not enough. I think he needs to see. No, we don't. And we're 3-0.
That's true.
We're 3-0. You know what I'm saying? He is learning. He is still learning. You know what I'm saying? So I think as fans, based off of the way we were talking around this time last year, I do think that Kevin Patullo and Jalen and them should get a little more grace, especially since we know here's what we did find
what we're
out.
capable of doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
that
We just
what they did that second half
that was a
gave
glimpse.
everybody flashes
It was a
of the
glimpse. That's
last two games of the post.
yes. Yes. It was
That's what that
just
was.
yeah.
And that's what we're worried about if we actually lost that.
Do we have that?
Yeah.
Now we
And
know
it
we
showed
got
that
it.
we have it. But the good thing about it is we can turn that on and we can turn that off. That's and we can turn it off and still win games. We can turn it on and blow a team out.
Hold on. Eagles Girl 117. What's good, Mama? How you doing?
What's going on, girl?
Julius Kurtz says Colin Coward said Jalen Hurts can't come back from big leads where Colin Coward was where Colin Coward was wrong of him and his Blaze 5 go on the opposite. Cowboys Bears didn't go under, Rams didn't win or cover push Broncos LA. That was a little incoherent, but I think I understand what he's trying to tell us.
No, I get that, and to go with that, the biggest thing everybody was saying about Jalen Hurts is if you have to go on a shootout with another team, can your quarterback do it? This, I think we just saw it.
The evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor.
Yeah, I think
I
we saw
mean,
that. And
unless you're going to tell me I did not see what I saw.
yeah, and shout out to the defense because they didn't score not even a field goal that second half.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this Vic Fangio, the way that Vic Fangio plays defense, I'm starting to like it just because it's a dink and dunk. Don't let them give up the big play.
Bend, but don't break.
They're gonna run the ball on you a few times. They're gonna get a few passes on you. But look at the time. Look how tired they are. Look, they're gonna get worn out by it. So
it's the bend, but don't break.
Exactly. You making them work for everything that they're doing.
Yep.
And the fact that that's what I saw throughout this game. And they had to even take Kyron Williams out and put Blake Corum in. You running Kyron Williams so much, you got to put your backup running back in.
And let me say it again. Shout out to motherfucking Jordan Davis. I mean, do you see him with that fourth and get chase down Matthew Stafford to bring up the 4th and 2?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He helped block 2 field goals, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear about that play? That play that was made with the field goals, both of them. So apparently Jordan Davis went to the special teams coordinator and he requested that Jalen Carter would be right next to him because he knew the type of style kicker that was. And he said the only other person that can do this with me is Jalen Carter. So he requested Jalen Carter would be on the line for that. So that was all Jordan Davis, bro. That was all him.
Again, my man earned his contract. Pay that man, Howie. Pay him right now. Give him his money right now. That's what I said. Give him his money right now, not now,
Linda,
but right now.
Linda, I'm glad you got your gift. I hope you like it, and I know it went well with the game from yesterday.
What up, Linda? What's good, Mama? Yeah, after that game yesterday, shit.
Yeah. That
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I want to say this, right? Because I made a couple of lives about it because I couldn't believe that this was happening in real time. You know what I'm saying? And what's so funny is that there's video evidence. I have video evidence. I have written evidence of all the things, like the experience of yesterday as an Eagles fan and what that was like for me, in particular dealing with Mark Holmes and his whole fan base and his crew. I mean, listen, bro, he had a house full. You know what I'm saying? And they was making all kinds of jokes on me, dog. They was cooking me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it was 26-7. I mean, Like Mark's like, Leo, are you on? Da 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 da. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm in the chat. I'm typing, yo, I'm in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here, and people are like, they're making jokes at his house. They're like, yeah, I wonder how Leo feels about having that full complementary of weapon, full weaponry and all that shit. And they was at a certain point, I was like, yo, I said, yo, I was like, yo, Mark, should I go live? Mark, being Mark, oh hell yeah, go live. Go live, Leo. Talk your shit. That's how he was talking.
That's funny.
Boy, I was like, what? I was like,
Yeah.
all right. So I start to get the shit together, right?
Mhm.
I'm getting the camera. You know how when we say we're gonna go live, like all of a sudden, you got to set the camera up, got to get the light on, get everything done. While I'm doing that, Jalen throws it the Dallas Goddard touchdown. So now it's 26-14.
What's
You
going
know,
on?
and so it's happening, right? Uh, uh, so I was like, so I look, I'm like, Mark, I'm here. Looks like and I said, they started cooking me because I said we are still going to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I said that. I said it a few times. We're still winning the game. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here. We are winning the game. We are going to win. Yes. And it was like, oh my God, Leo, you're so crazy. Da da da.
Yeah.
Talking big cash shit. Okay. Big cash shit. And while y'all here, please hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's subscribe too. You know what I'm saying? Like watching the movie. Drew said yesterday's game was like watching a movie.
Yo. Really?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
So Mark. So wait. More. Right. Um. We end up taking the lead. You know what I'm saying? And you could see the look on Mark's face, like, you got to be shitting me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, I talk so much shit.
We are still.
You know what I'm saying? I talk so much shit. That's how he said it. And I'm like, yeah, you know, and I ate his ass up. Oh man. I got film, bro. I got clips. I'm gonna be putting it out all week, making fun of him. I
He
gotta
got
get him.
bro. And
Huh?
Karma came back at them too.
Bruh,
Uh,
bruh. Here's what I was trying to point out to people, especially when it came to yesterday. Because listen, dog, I was trying to tell people, pay close attention to the way Mark is and look at his body language. You can see how emotionally invested he is in the Eagles. He cannot help himself. He was so zapped. You
he's ready
understand what
for
I'm saying?
football. That's the thing.
He was zapped. That game took him. He went through the whole range of emotions. You understand what I'm saying? As if it was the Eagles. I mean, as if it was the Cowboys. His team wasn't even playing yet. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This was the first game of the day for him. You see what I'm saying? And it was us. And the way that emotional roller coaster he went on, he by the end of the game, his body was spent.
Yeah.
Now,
He's
all
like,
that,
I need my team to win now.
yeah, he was like,
Cowboys
I don't
just
know if I got anything for my own team.
yeah.
He was like, I might need to take a nap or some shit like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, listen, I pay close attention to the Cowboys, but it's for scouting purposes. Nothing else. I don't give a shit about them. I really don't. I can care so I it's always great when they lose because it's funny. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I am not like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that he was like that, that showed how emotionally invested he genuinely is when
So
it
you
comes
saying
to
that Mark could potentially be a A secret Cowboys fan? I mean, a secret Eagles fan
No,
at some
it's
point?
no, it's just that's just emotionally invested doesn't mean necessarily mean for a good thing. You see what I'm saying?
Ah,
He just
he
he,
wants to see the
that's
downfall.
that's yes, that's
He's
how
waiting for the
bad it is.
collapse.
Yeah,
He's
that's
waiting
how
for the collapse.
bad it is to be a Cowboys
Ah,
fan. They're all like that. Listen, like Mark wasn't the only one of that whole bunch who was emotionally invested like that. He wasn't the only one who was
oh,
zapped.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people
Oh
watching
yeah, Thomas
and enjoying.
Garrett, Joe
Yeah,
DeMasi, all like listen, these guys, you know, like they because what it is that it's so dark and lonely at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Remember, hurt people hurt people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what that is.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like misery loves company. They are so miserable that even when it looks like, and they was like, look at how he like. You can go through the clips and see. I'll send them, but look at how he was so in his element. He was really alive when we were at our worst.
yeah.
Think about it. Look at how he was talking. Look at how he was talking about me.
I'm pretty sure there was Commander fans too feeling that same way.
Exactly.
Like,
Listen, Giants fan. Listen, it was everybody, but I'm focusing on them just because it was actually demonstrated. It
yeah,
was
got live
there's
action.
actual yes, there's actual footage
Yeah.
of all the things that I'm saying being demonstrated. Because see, here's the thing. Today you're gonna get on there and make it seem like it wasn't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not really all that emotionally invested, and they're gonna, you know, and they're gonna, and I'm not. Mark isn't alone. So I'm saying them. They're what they're gonna do is because that all and all that vitriol,
Mm-hmm.
it turned into a motherfucking Harry Potter. It turned into a Harry Potter spell. It rebounded.
Mm-hmm.
It created the whole crux Lord Voldemort didn't intend to make. You see what I'm saying? That's what that shit because
He
they
pulled
fucked
out the Harry
around.
Potter card.
Yeah. Because then after that, after being so emotionally spent, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They fucked around and went up into Chicago and figured out real quick they was playing the cocaine bear. Because cocaine,
That's
the
a good one.
the
That's a good one.
Bears, the
That's a
cocaine
good one.
Bears fucked them up like the cocaine Bears, right? I mean,
Yo,
they just kept,
they gave Caleb Williams his best game this season.
bruh.
They made Caleb Williams look like, yo, this guy might be the guy.
He says, yeah, you know what I'm saying,
That's wild, bro.
bruh. You know what I'm saying, like, and Diggs is hurt. You know what I'm saying, like all this shit. It's like, bruh, y'all spent like this is why week 3 was the best week 3 ever. It's the funniest one for me, only because they went from talking like what the Jay-Z said about to start snitching, ain't you? Uh, uh, Alibis ain't adding up, bullshit adding up. About to start snitching, ain't you? That's okay, cause hustling ain't you. Everything was all good just a week ago,
Yeah.
right?
I think at the end of the day, we saw all the hype, all that stuff in this before the season started. And that energy, even with the coping of losing Micah, we
Mm,
saw that. We saw the coping of losing Micah. And they even built themselves back up, which is admirable.
mm.
However, they need to understand that, like, look at the first game. We saw the first game, week 2. Now we into week 3. Now look at where these teams are. Everything that you said. Because my thing is, a lot of people talk a lot of shit. But then when they proved wrong, they like to hide. They like to push the goalpost.
Mm,
A lot of things like to be made. But you
mm.
look and you just everybody's kind of quiet. It's kind of quiet in NFC East world. It's a little
Well,
quiet out here.
yeah,
And
it goes back to, and this is what I mean by first 4 games, including us. All 32 teams in the first 4 games Though every 32 teams' first 4 games are stumbling and bumbling.
Yeah,
Some teams look better at stumbling and bumbling during that period than others. You see what I'm saying? You
I
normally
agree.
by week 5, week 6, like I say, you're rounding out into who you are going to be. So that being said, despite all their misfortunes and everything like that, it's only week 3 for the Dallas Cowboys. They're 1-2. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
now that's I see where you're going with that,
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
I
Which
agree
means
with
they're
that.
going to be better. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? This Dallas Cowboys team is going to be better after week 5. You know
that's
what
what
I'm saying? The Kansas City Chiefs, who are stumbling and bumbling, they're going to be a much better team after week 5. The
but
Los
also
Angeles Rams.
I'm gonna add with that though, the personnel and the players are the healthiest though in the beginning.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And,
but
and so all they're doing, they're just getting more banged up, bruised up. Like I'm looking at the quarterback, the backup quarterbacks,
mm,
just this Sunday alone, there's a lot of backup quarterbacks that played this week.
oh yeah, people
A
taking
lot.
emergency. Yeah, their emergency quarterback situation is already in play.
Yeah.
San
Like
Fran.
and
You know what
it's
I'm saying?
yeah, San Fran
Minnesota.
got the Commanders. Do we want to put how long are we gonna put them back out there? How
Yeah,
long are we gonna sit them out?
yeah, and what's funny to me is I was telling somebody the other day, what's funny is that there was a time where Marcus Mariota was the prince who was promised in Philadelphia. And
Hmm.
back when Chip was the coach, we thought we were going to get Marcus Mariota. You know what I'm saying? And we ultimately ended up not getting him. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And we didn't. And we finally, by the time Marcus Mariota finally came to Philadelphia, Chip wasn't the coach anymore. You see what I'm saying? So it's funny how shit works out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You look at what Carson did in Minnesota, playing inspired football. They got him looking like he playing like he trying to do the he trying to do the to, he trying to do his version of Nick Foles. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
now with that though, a lot of that was the Vikings defense.
Yeah,
A
absolutely,
lot of that
absolutely,
was
yeah,
the Vikings defense. Carson job,
absolutely,
but just don't lose the game.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
don't lose the game.
Same thing with Nick.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. But eventually he's gonna have to give up the reins because he's not the guy. He's just the
Mhm.
backup. But he'll be able to put out some good film. And what he did Sunday
Mhm.
was to be commended. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. Now
Mhm.
regardless, in regards to um how everybody else was playing, because I mean, look, Cleveland ended up beating Green Bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like funny, and that's what even makes it even funnier because everyone knows that Mike is coming back to Dallas to fuck them up.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh
know, you know what I'm saying? And it was so bad they had to pull Dak out. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I think he
Rogers
had
had
pick
2 picks.
six
Yeah.
and
Like
fumble recovery. Yeah.
yeah. So my point and what I was saying earlier was just like, listen, for the first 5 games, look at who we play. You know what I'm saying? Those are teams that are in stumbling, bumbling period. You know what I'm saying? And we're not. They're going to be much better by the time they get to being much better of a team. It'll be after they play us. We won't have to see these guys again until playoffs.
Yeah.
Look at our schedule and look at everybody that we are playing. We 11 other teams that we are playing. We're potentially going to see them twice. That's including the regular season. That's including the playoffs and the fucking Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? The Kansas City. I don't know what it's going to look like, but potentially we could see the Kansas City Chiefs again. And if we do, that would be in the Super Bowl. If we have to go see if it's the Chargers, potentially it'll be in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Rams, that will potentially be during the playoffs. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Think about it. We got Detroit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We got so many fucking people that we got to fucking play that we're going to end up having to fucking play at either in the playoffs or in the fucking Super Bowl. I mean, well, goddamn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So you say our competition isn't we haven't faced that's why you said we have a tougher season. I mean a tougher few schedules coming up. because
Yeah, well, yeah.
and I
So
think that's all how you see each team. Like if you see the Lions as a threat, if you see the Packers as a threat, or even the Vikings, I I don't see them as a threat for us. That's just my personal opinion.
all right, so I look at teams, okay,
Hmm.
and what I see from the teams are if you are if whatever a lot of these teams got better, okay.
Yeah.
The Packers got better. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers got better. The Broncos got better. We got to play them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Twice. Everybody. Everybody got better, including the Packers. But here's the thing: they're not better than us.
Yeah.
And that yesterday is what you saw. How
Hmm.
many? How many of those quarterbacks under the same circumstances could come back from that?
That's true.
Can Lamar do it? Can Josh do it? You know what I'm saying? Like seriously,
I
how
think Josh
many?
is the only one that has the ability to do it because
What?
we
But
saw that week one.
under the circumstances, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. You spotting them. You spotting the Los Angeles Rams. That's a quality team,
Hmm.
regardless of what the score may look like. That we, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a quality team. But not very many teams can spot a team like of that caliber, 19 fucking points, and then come back and score, 25.
Yeah. That's true.
Shit, and
Yeah.
hold them. You know what I'm
That
saying?
and just looking at the teams that are 3-0, you got us, the Bills, the Colts, the Chargers, the
Mhm.
Bucks, and the 49ers.
Yeah,
Those
and they,
so
but they're not better than us.
no,
You
I
know
don't
what
think
I'm saying?
there's no team that's better than us
Right.
on
So
in
our
the
so
NFL.
our thing is health and coaching. Health
Yeah.
and coaching is our adversaries. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If you look at the way the Los Angeles Rams was playing yesterday, there came a point where they started playing to not lose the game rather than play to win the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They started there were things, there were tendencies and things that they started doing, you know what I'm saying, that contributed to once the tie, because you could see it when everything started to, when the tide started to turn our way. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Everything's just started happening. There was nothing they could do. You know what I'm saying? And then, like even with mind you, didn't I tell? I said this just a few days ago when last time we did something. I said that this is a team that's coming in here that feels like they're coming back to the scene of a crime. We took their Super Bowl. Remember that?
And we
You know what
took
I'm saying?
this game.
And they was feeling mighty good. You saw how they was talking. Ain't no motherfucking snow now. Ain't
Hmm.
no snow now. Yeah, bitch. Now we got
But
that
and
was
they probably are walking away saying, if he didn't miss that field goal, we would have won.
bruh.
Yeah.
They gave us their very best swing. That was their best punch. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That was what you saw, you know what I'm saying, from the Los Angeles Rams. That was them exercising their demons from last year. They gave us their very best fucking punch. And guess what? You still lost.
That's yeah.
You still lost. That so and it is not an indictment on you as a team. It just tells you, you know what I'm saying, like that's a really good football team y'all just played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like
that's
that,
a fact.
like
Yeah.
like like that's what it tells the Rams. It tells the Rams, despite your best efforts, you cannot let go, you cannot let up. You cannot get to a we're gonna try to not lose this game rather than we're gonna try to win this bitch.
And that taught other teams too. Whenever you play them, don't let up.
All
Got
60
to
minutes.
got to
Yeah.
keep your head on the swivel.
Yup.
Don't
Yup.
let off the gas.
Yup.
Yeah,
Yup.
because
Yup.
what they're seeing is, yo, we can contain Saquon, but that doesn't mean, and that goes back to answering that question. No, Saquon did not take us as far as we went because at the end of the day, Saquon is not doing as much as we expected. I haven't seen a breakout. Like he's only
No
rushed
running back
for
has.
46 yards.
Mm.
46 yards he's rushed for.
None of our running backs.
Say it again.
None of our running backs. Why? Because we're a team who is stumbling, bumbling. We only have 12 live fire exercises.
Yeah.
We only got
Question
12
is, can your
quarters.
defense hold up with us?
Yeah, and look at where our defense is. Listen, bruh, do you realize even our defense is just going to get better?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait till the Kobe Dean get back.
They're only developing Makuba, Jahad Campbell. We got Zadarius Smith, who was a good piece. Even Jalix Hunt was stepping up a little bit. Like everybody was making their moves. The only one that I can say isn't doing isn't having such a successful first few weeks is Reed Blankenship. But I think Reed Blankenship is gonna get better in time.
I think, well, here's the thing. You don't hear Reed Blankenship's number called a lot.
You don't, but you do
And
see.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, he is getting a few coverages like mixed up.
Not saying you're never hearing his name,
Yeah,
but what I am saying is that every the when it looks defensively, right? We look like we're in our third preseason.
we're building. Yeah, it looks like
It
it's
looks
building.
like it. You can see it. Like, Andrew Makuba, you know what I'm saying? I said it last weekend was his coming out party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to see if he could put it on again, if he could build on what he did last weekend. You see what I'm
How do you
saying?
think Cuba did this game?
I think once he got past the shock and awe and settled down and settled in, then things sort of kind of, so whatever I think it more had more Andrew Makuba's play and the fact that Jacorian Bennett came into the game. Once
Yeah.
Jacorian Bennett came in, that's when you saw the DB2 position and the DB1 position. Devontae wasn't getting it like that once them niggas turned it on. You see what I'm saying? So it's like once Adoree went out and Jacorian Bennett came in, then you saw, okay. So, and I also think Makuba's play was more so based off of the halftime adjustments, putting him
Yeah.
in a position that was going to put him in a place to win, because they had Cooper DeJean playing opposite side of Quinyon Mitchell for a hot second before Jacorian Bennett came in. Then they
Yeah,
moved him
I
back to
saw
the
that.
slot. Yeah,
I saw that.
yeah. But then once they moved him back to the slot, and then
Mhm.
Jacorian Bennett came in, then it was like, okay, that was it was the combination we've been saying we wanted to see.
Can we give a shout out real quick to Jacorian Bennett for what he did that
Bruh,
quarter? Like
bruh.
he came in and pass breakups.
Yup,
Like that's all we need. We're not asking for interceptions. We
yup,
just want you to be a solid cornerback.
yup.
And man,
And that's again, they're still in stumbling, bumbling mode in week 3. This was the week 3, the third preseason game.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
yeah.
So it's like,
I
okay,
definitely like that.
yeah, like, all right, this
Dory
is the way.
Jackson was not. Dory Jackson is slowly playing well, but not at the pace that we wanted.
No, well, you know what? Again, depth, if anything.
Mm,
But we just needed to go through these live fire exercises to get to the right kind of combination. And again, I wanted to see. I thought this was the best. This was a great test. This if our team, if our defense had to take this test, this
mm.
test came at the best week, which was week 3, when
Yeah,
stumbling, bumbling week. We're still during
Puka had
stumbling.
112 receiving yards, so we let him do his job as Puka. Puka's going to do his job. We're going to let
Right,
that.
right,
It's just
right. He did the same thing last year.
yeah,
You
like
know what I'm
he's going
saying?
to
It
do
was
what he's
just,
going to do.
how do we handle him and Devontae Adams?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Even though, and Devontae torched us, he got a long touchdown, it was a push off, but there's no here
mhm.
nor there. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that was one of those things where it's like, okay, let's just like regather ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And before you know, you see that they calmed Devontae up. You know what I'm saying? They started locking them cats up after a minute. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So again, and then you saw how they went four and out. We went four and out. You see what I'm saying? They went four and out again. So there was some things that like again for two teams. You know what I'm saying? Who are in stumbling, bumbling period. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what it looks like, and it was just the one who was going to make the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah,
That's what it was going to come down to. You know what I'm saying? Who wanted it more? And I kept telling them when I was going on Mark's show and everything like that, and I said when it was 26-7, I was like, we're going to win. I wrote
Mhm.
it in the chat, we're going to win. And they kept telling me I'm crazy, ha ha ha, da 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 da. And I said right then, championship teams figure out a way to win. That
that's
that
right.
that's what that is.
Even
Championship
though it is
teams.
week 3, we will find a way to
Yeah,
win it.
they demonstrated that.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only I'm glad to know that we got that in us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm glad that these are the things that we found out about our team yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And during stumbling, bumbling period. You understand
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Here's what we do know about the team so far. They got a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got some bougie in them. They got some nigga in them. They got some ratchet in them. They got some goon in them. You know what I'm saying? Like just like we still trying to figure. Like okay, offensively, like you got your learner's permit, or can you really, can you drive a, how to drive a stick? This is a Ferrari now, you know what I'm saying? Like a Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? Whatever,
Mhm.
like that's what Nick is just letting them, get it. All right, hold on, get it together, figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you saw, but I get it, it's still week 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was our third preseason game, our final one. You know what I'm saying? Fourth, the next week against Tampa Bay. Great time to get this test. It's the next one. We
This is the
got to
test
deal
we
with.
need. This
Yeah, this the one. Yeah,
this
and
is
and
more of
and
a test
and
to
what?
me than the
Yeah,
Rams.
and if we're gonna have to take this test against, if we're gonna have to see this team, better we do this shit now, week 4, than in week 6, 7, or 8. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for some odd reason, Tampa Bay has always had our number. Like I just don't get it. You know what I'm
Without A.
saying?
Brown, though.
Yeah. I know. We're going in once again. We're
Mhm.
going into another game with our full complement of weaponry. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's stumbling, bumbling period. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? This is the last game where we could call stumbling, bumbling. You know what I'm saying? And with a lot of the things that we've already talked about in terms of what could we do better in regards to figuring out better ways to get the run going now. You know what I'm saying? How do
Yeah.
we get the passing game going now? You know what I'm saying? We're asked the questions that we're asking are
Mhm.
much harder this week than they were last week and the week before that and the week before that.
Yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying? Our eye and our attention to detail and the things we want to see, including from the coaching.
Mhm.
Efficiency. Is there balance on this in this from the run to the pass? You know what I'm saying? I really like I really like our running back group. You know what I'm saying? How do we start getting them off? Tank,
Yeah.
AJ, and Saquon. And
And
Will's back.
I'm gonna dive into that though. I think a lot of the reasons why our running game isn't being as efficient as it was. You got Landon Dickerson suffering through an injury. Like we
Mhm.
gotta be real, he's still injured.
Yeah.
Cam Jurgens got the back surgery. We don't know how all of that is going. And then you got Lane Johnson with the neck injury now.
Yeah, the stinger. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you got Tyler Steen. He's been here a while, but new in his role. So
Mhm.
he's solid, but he hasn't had all the reps that everybody else has had. Um, I think this offensive line is probably building up their chemistry and they're trying to get through their injuries, which is why I think this run game isn't as effective as it is right now. It's not because we missed Mekhi Becton. It's not because
Right.
of that. I just think our line, our O line, is just not as healthy as we have seen them in the past.
Yeah.
That's truly where I'm at with that. I think once we get to that position, we're gonna see the run game be more effective. We're gonna see Saquon make those breaks that he usually does.
Mm.
But I think it's the O line. Jalen took 2 sacks that we usually don't see Jalen take. Like we usually don't see Jalen take those type of sacks.
Well, here's the thing, and I agree with what you said. In particular when talking about the O line, because you know, despite what I've seen at this point from the O line, and even though I agree with you, I have the supreme confidence in Jeff Stoutland because remember we were fourth in the league in offensive line combinations. We had 29 different offensive line combinations last year. 29.
Mm-hmm.
And we still had a 2,500-yard back, a 1,000-yard receiver, an 800-yard receiver, a quarterback who ran for a guy, however many. You see what I'm saying? Like that was what we had. You know what I'm saying? So even in that aspect, you know what I'm saying, I get where you're coming from in terms of what your expectation is. You know what I'm saying? But we're still in, I'm gonna keep going back to this stumbling bumbling period. And that's what this is what stumbling bumbling period on the offensive line looks like right now.
Now I'll push back on that because out of everybody, out of all positions on this team, the offensive line has the best chemistry together.
Absolutely.
So I feel
Absolutely.
like what's made it so good is Jalen can learn, they can build their chemistry, but
He's in
what's
their
really going to
meetings.
be solid, that offensive line.
Yeah, he's in their meetings.
Yeah. So now that that offensive line is now injured, I think that is what's causing a lot of these breakout runs to not be the runs that we're expected to see.
But I also think it has a lot to do with the fact that defenses have had a full season to scout us, that offensive line,
Yeah,
and
but
those different
we've had
coverages.
that same defense since 22 though. When you think about it,
No,
we
no, no,
took
no, no.
pieces
Other
out and we
defenses.
replaced them.
No, I'm talking about other defenses. You see what I'm
Other
saying?
yeah, other
Remember,
defenses.
Makai's the only person who didn't come back.
Yeah, he's the
So
only person. But
yeah,
at the
so
end of the day, he's a because we had Tyler Steen. Tyler
no,
Steen
no,
didn't start.
no. Listen, this is what I'm saying. There, like, if there's one place on the offense where you can say we have some serious stability is on the offensive line because we only lost one person. The offense in total, the
Mm-hmm.
starting offense, and
Just
so
player.
yeah, we only lost one player. That's it, just one. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So they're what they're doing is they're also incorporating new guys. You see what I'm saying? And figuring out what this scheme is going to look like under Kevin Patullo. I'm watching everyone's body language, right? Does
Mm-hmm.
anybody in the first 3 games has anybody's body language has anyone given you negative body language?
No,
Okay.
I think people would say AJ, but AJ's even kill because even after his game, he had the same personality, same vibe, so it don't matter. So yeah, they're all
Devontae too.
yeah.
Devontae too. I I keep saying I don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, but something's up. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean that something's up in a bad way. I'm just saying I'm looking at these guys' body language and everything like that because all week people have been trying to manufacture controversy.
Yeah,
AJ's about to explode.
yeah.
He's a diva. AJ ain't say shit. I mean, he ain't said a word. He ain't even. He
He's
don't
not
even look
adding
like.
feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't even look like he got an attitude. No, he ain't like shaking his head, putting his head down. Devontae ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at these cats. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at them, and I'm just like, oh. But remember what the mantra was this year: contribution over credit. Contribution over credit. That's what the mantra is. So in
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? Something's up. Like this is in some kind of crazy way, maybe by design. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line, like maybe they're trying to see give teams a chance to see how to just to get some footage on how teams are at things that they're going to see in order to stop the run, and they're just playing some sort of a vanilla offense just to see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised
I
because
feel
it
like that's
doesn't.
what they
It's
have
the
been doing.
only. It's the
Yeah,
only thing that makes sense. I mean, if I sit down and think about it, in order for me to wrap my brain around this shit or whatever, why not? I mean, it's not like we brought back 10. We lost one person, so that means for the rest of the league, everybody know it starts with Saquon. Everybody know it
yeah.
start with Saquon. You know what
But
I'm
he's
saying?
filling up the box.
Everybody's doing the
But
same
with
thing.
filling up the box, they should be passing a lot more. That's what.
And that's the again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Not disagreeing with you.
yeah,
Obviously, they you know what I'm saying.
hmm
It took them 10 quarters to figure that shit out. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But that's the you know like maybe. But at the same time, I'm also like maybe they just trying to get looks too. Like let's see how they're gonna try.
Like
You know, everyone's
like
gonna try
you're
to stop the
saying, you're
run.
thinking they're playing possum almost. They're,
Yes,
they're not. They're
yes,
not. They're not trying
yes,
to. Well,
yes.
I agree with you on that because I don't think they're trying to give you their best plays. They're not trying to show you their
No,
best
I don't.
moves. They're
I
saving it
think
for the postseason.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I really do.
and,
I think it's a.
and they
I
have the
think that
mindset of we can get through these teams just
bro.
playing vanilla.
If you look at like if you look at everybody again, if you look at our schedule, we're going to have to see potentially 11 other teams that we're playing during the regular season
Mm-hmm.
twice. We got to see the Giants, the Cowboys, and Commanders twice any fucking way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then we might fuck around and have to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We might fuck around and have to play the Rams in the playoffs. We might fuck around and have to play Green Bay in the playoffs. We might have to fuck around and play Detroit in the playoffs. We might have to fuck around and play the Chargers in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? We might have to fuck around and have to play Chicago. We might have to fuck around and play twice. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? In the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Like this, like the potential. We don't know out of these teams we playing. It's a few of them on
who
here.
we're
You
going to
know
see?
we're gonna see
Yeah,
twice.
but they're already coming over. They're already coming to us first game,
Yeah,
giving us the best shot, just because
exactly.
they know
Yeah,
who we are. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, again, everybody is everybody's competing against the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. That's who LA saw yesterday. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
see this group. They saw last year's group. That's who they was playing. You hear them talking, we're gonna get our revenge. See where their head is?
It's
That's
in
who they thought
2024.
they were come
Yeah.
they was playing. They was playing them. That's who they was playing yesterday. They was playing this team yesterday.
Hey, they asked for
Not
him and they
us.
got him though. How about
Yeah.
that?
But see, no, yeah, I know, but we ain't that. But here's the thing: that's the thinking. That's where
Mm-hmm.
that's how they get here. They show up like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Kansas City was doing the same thing. Kansas City was playing. They was playing They was playing them, the Super Bowl team. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And mad as fuck. Dallas too. All Dallas was concerned with was they just didn't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The commanders
Yeah,
are gonna be
yeah,
the
the
same way.
Commanders too. They're like,
Yeah.
you know,
They're
like
gonna be the same way
everyone
Detroit
has
is,
the
and they
year.
haven't played us either.
Nope, we don't play
Detroit's
them.
gonna feel like that.
Yeah, and we got to play them. We got to play them week on, like within 2 weeks of each game.
Mm-hmm.
We like with the Giants. I think we see them week like it's like week week 9 or no week
Okay, so after
9
the bye.
and then week 11,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, after the bye, like it's like we played on 1 week and then we play someone else and then we played on that following week. And
Mm.
it's the same thing with the Commanders at the end of the season.
Yeah,
We
we
end the
play
season with
Commanders,
them.
Bills, and Commanders. Yeah.
Yeah. And who's
Hopefully
to
that
say?
last game we don't need to play our starters.
Yeah, you know what I'm
But
saying? But I'm saying like at the same time, like right now, because if we go this route, especially because we got to play Detroit, we got to play fucking Buffalo. Okay, we got
I
to play
think
Buffalo.
what we're fighting for right now, and based on that 3-0, we're fighting for a home field advantage right
Advantage, yes, we're fighting for
now. That's
we're fighting for that week 1 bye,
yeah,
that
week one
playoff
bye and
bye.
home
Yeah,
field
we want the
advantage.
bye. Yep, we want all that.
You can rest your team the last week, so
Yep,
really getting 2 weeks of
yep,
rest. Yeah,
yep,
that's what they're fighting for right now. And
yep.
like I said, those teams that are undefeated, we're leading that charge right now. Like
Well,
we
yeah,
got the
well,
49ers, the Bucks, but if you were to do a ranking, they still got us above them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're the best 3-0 team
Yeah.
right now. And the thing
So
is that we still don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's and here's the thing again. I look at these other teams and I'm like, yeah, they got better. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're still not better than us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? At the end of the day, they're not better than us. I mean, I get props for props is due, and I know when people playing good football, I thought Green Bay was looking better during the bumbling, stumbling period than us until yesterday. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
I thought there was a few teams. I even thought that the Rams was looking better than us during the stumbling, bumbling period. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? But then I realized I was like, you know what? Nah, they're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're not gonna win. We're gonna win.
The
And
only
sure
team
enough,
that's made the hugest like leap this season, and I just want to see. Like I haven't watched the game of them yet, but I
mhm.
plan on is the Colts. That's the only team. Yeah, I want to
Daniel
see what is.
Jones is looking like, you know what I'm saying?
Have you watched Daniel Jones?
Yo, bro, he's looking like what
Like I seen highlights, but I'm saying a full game. I want to see highs and lows in a gameplay.
I tell you what, we'll whenever you're ready, let me know and we'll go over and we can hop on a Zoom or whatever and go over
Hmm.
the coaches film. I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll
Okay.
let you run through it. That way you could, you know what I'm saying? You can look at
Yeah,
it, you
because
can do
I'm
a proper
curious to see how
evaluation.
he's been playing, and me and the fellows were talking about it on the collective. I think
Mhm.
it has a lot to do with ownership. I think the ownership has changed, which is
Oh,
kind
with Irsay,
yeah,
yeah. The dad, yeah, because it's the daughter.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think the ownership is kind of having them tighten up the screws a little bit. Daniel Jones can be a mobile quarterback if necessary, and I think Shane Steichen is possibly using that with him. Um,
well, I saw an article where they were talking to the daughter,
mhm.
and she said because it was something about it has something to do with the fact that if you notice, she has a headset.
She's on the sideline listening to
Yeah, she's on the
yeah.
sideline listening. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And in the article, it was talking about that, and she said she always wanted to listen because she said if you start listening on the headset, she said more owners ought to start listening to what's on the headsets
Mhm.
because you'll find out certain people full of shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was she was like, yo, and ever since then, you know what I'm saying? She's I don't think she say anything, but she just be listening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. And she said it helped her get rid of people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? She used to do it. She was like, yo, help her get rid of like, you gotta go. Thank you, but you gotta go.
Mm.
Yep. That's how that shit went.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy to me just how and like I said, it might be something they're doing. They might be running their corporate style over there. Who knows what they got going on? But but kudos to her because she could be changing up the way that ownership views the
Mm-hmm.
game because they might be doing something new. But yeah, and like
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is only like you said, we call it stumbling, bumbling. It's only week 3. There could be a bad side to it, but I'm definitely curious to what Daniel Jones is doing on the field.
When
Um,
you let me know when you're ready,
and we
and
set it
and,
up.
and yeah, and like I said, I'll pull up the coach's film. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we sit down and go through it if you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
most
I'm saying?
definitely.
We'll
We
like
could
like
definitely
we
set
can
that up.
record. We can make that a recording. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'll open it up here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then you come in, and then we'll go over the film and just record us going over it, and then we
That's
can
that.
put that shit up.
No, I
You know what
like
I'm
that. That's
saying?
a good idea. Um,
Mm-hmm.
doing some type of film, going over the film on plays that you saw, and they can. It don't have to be like it'll be good. We do our team like that.
Oh,
Like,
bro, I like this is what I do a lot of times with my
mhm.
business partner Eugene, because he's a
Yeah,
retired offensive lineman. He
yeah.
retired with the Ravens. So
Okay,
when
okay.
he gives me like when we talk about it and everything like that, and we go over it. It's
Mhm.
it's 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 detailed. Like feet here, you could have did this. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I got some footage of him breaking shit down for me one
You
time.
said he's the offensive lineman or defensive lineman?
He was offensive lineman, man. He was picked number. I think he went number 9 in the 2000 or number 8 in the 2009 draft. He's a
Okay,
top 10 draft pick, bro.
that's
Jacksonville drafted him, and then he got traded to Baltimore, and
okay,
then he
okay,
he retired with the Ravens. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Yeah,
That's
but he's
right.
my business partner.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna have to do something where we watch some film on the birds this week. And Daniel Jones. But yeah, is there anything else you kind of wanted to go over about
Nah, man.
like a
Nah,
recap?
look, we're gonna be talking shit all week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know I
exactly.
am. But again, I think we have to recognize that we only have 12 quarters of film. You know what I'm saying? We're still in stumbling, bumbling period. We shouldn't be
Mhm.
at this period. We shouldn't be stumbling and bumbling after week 4. At coming up, we shouldn't be stumbling and bumbling so much.
Yeah, going into the
Yeah,
Giants game, we
yeah,
should
we should be.
be
We should.
solidified at who we are.
Yeah, we should be. We should be looking like we about to stop now. Week
Okay.
5, you know what I'm saying? That's when we should be rounding into form, like who we are. You know what I'm saying? But just rejoice in what we did find out about our team. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We know they ain't no punks.
Yeah.
We know that. We know they ain't no punks. You know what I'm saying? We know they got some ratchet in them. You know what I'm saying? We know we got some real goons on the team. We got some YNs. You know what I'm saying? We got some exciting whites. We got all that on our team. Like that's what we do know.
They
And
all trained to go.
yeah, and these cats are and it looks to me like these cats love each other and they playing with each other. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So just give them some time, especially on the defense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? On the offense, something's up. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Something's up. You know what I'm
So
saying?
we got the Lions and the Ravens tonight.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, kind of give me your thoughts on that game. Who you expect to win? Is there anybody you're gonna be particularly looking at?
Yeah, well, the all right, so with Detroit, Detroit is going through the same thing that the Cowboys are going through. Brand new offensive coordinator, brand new defensive coordinator. Only difference is they've got the same head coach, Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Now, that being said, Detroit's in stumbling, bumbling mode as well. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They're still figuring themselves out. They beat this shit out of whose ass did they whoop last week?
The Bears.
Um the Chicago, who
Yeah,
you know who
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
see
When
you
that
see what I'm
Matthew got
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the what hey Dallas, what they did to you last week got done to them by the Detroit Lions. If you think about it, the Detroit Lions look like motherfucking ghosts in the wood, ghosts in the
And the Cowboys have the Packers. They got the Packers this upcoming week. So my question is, how are they going to respond? How are they going to
oh,
respond to that loss?
you talking about Green Bay?
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen, right? First of all, they salty as hell. Okay, they saw defensively, they are salty as shit. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. And the first thing that they get to do, the first people they get to touch is the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Now that defense is going to want to fuck Dallas up just for Micah.
That's true.
Like remember how AJ felt about
Saquon.
Saquon. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how Green Bay feels about Micah when they going back to Dallas. The
That's
whole team want to fuck up, and mind you, it don't. So what? Everybody hurt.
and that's
CD,
yeah, that's
CD
if
lucky
CD
he
comes
not
back.
playing.
Yeah,
CD lucky he not playing.
yeah. So it's all pickings, and we
Yeah,
already saw
yeah,
we
and he
already
already
saw
a
a small
crash out.
feature crashing out by
Yeah,
pickens yesterday.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, y'all yanked Dak.
Mm.
Y'all yanked Dak last. They yanked Dak yesterday. They
I
yanked him
saw
out
that.
of the game. It was
That's
Milton
crazy.
that was. Yeah. I'm so. Like you like that is like all these things that we just named about what Dallas is going through.
Mm.
For the Cowboy fans, you don't really have the bandwidth to think about anything other than what's right in front of y'all face because Micah is coming to fuck y'all up, and the team wants to help him so bad.
They're probably thinking the same too.
Yeah,
We just don't
so
want to
bad.
mess up too bad. We just don't want to lose
Yeah,
that
so
bad.
bad. Yeah, yeah, y'all. Yeah, like they already like the Cowboys already know Micah's
Mm-hmm.
going to show his ass. He is going to show
I
his
call it I think it's gonna be a 3-sack game. 3-sack game.
yeah, well from just him,
Yeah, just him.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, yeah, okay, but it's going to be more sacks than that. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
but I'm talking about this is from Micah. From
Yeah,
Micah to Dak.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Michael going to do something that he's always wanted to do in the count. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Ain't gonna talk his shit. Like, do you realize? I mean, look. Pay attention to the number of Micah Cowboy jerseys you see.
I got something funny for you. You're gonna love this. So we were when we were out watching the game.
At the bar.
Sometimes a few Cowboys fans pop up. There
Huh.
was one. He was watching the game with us, just chilling. Uh, we asked him why did he have a Brandon Aubrey jersey, and he's like, "Cause I can't wear the Michael one." So Brandon Aubrey is now the official leader, top selling jersey for the Cowboys right now.
Yeah,
So
that tells you like, and he is a good bright spot. But damn, that's how bad it is.
yeah, there's Brandon Aubrey jerseys now stitched and top tier Brandon Aubrey jerseys out there now. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow. Wow. And he's my kicker in fantasy.
he is.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I love Brandon.
he's a good player at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
team would love to have him, but when that's all it's boiling down to,
Hmm.
that's the real problem. I've never thought about getting a Jake Elliott jersey when there's so many other options.
That's why I said that tells you how bad it is,
Yeah.
right? Like that tells you like, is it really that bad? And that yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I told Dallas fans when he played for my Steelers, Pickens was a crash out diva like Antonio Brown. We warned Dallas, hey, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
and I guarantee you, Me, Metal Mike, I guarantee you we're going to see that this Packers game. We're going to see it. If there's no
You think
CD,
this when he crashes out?
yeah. If there's no CD Lamb, like this is what we're going to see. And what's his name? McKinney. Is it McKinney their
Mhm.
cornerback for the Packers?
Uh, Jordan Love.
No. Their cornerback.
Oh,
DB.
the corner. Yeah, because Jair went to Baltimore.
Yeah. So I think him and Pickens are going to go at it. It's going to cause them to crash out. I'm
Oh,
calling it now.
that's your bold prediction.
That's my bold prediction. The whole media is
Okay.
going to be like, George Pickens, was he a good pick? It's going to have people questioning, and it's going to kill all the AJ Brown noise. So now the wide receiver controversy is going to be in Dallas, while the Eagles we just sit back and relax.
Any idea how long CD gonna be out?
They have not announced. I don't think he's going to be out too long. It looked like he kind of just tweaked it, but I could be wrong. But I don't think he's going to be out for too long.
They said
And if
that.
anything, I give it 3 weeks. What? We just got
Well,
new. Up as soon as you said that.
what is
CeeDee
it?
Lamb suffered a high ankle sprain, high ankle injury. Uh, Cowboys see CD Lamb doing. Hold on, let's let me go into it. They
All
want
right,
to see how he does for the next 10 to 14 days to determine his status. So he's at least going to be out for this week.
10 to 14 days.
Yeah, that's 8 weeks days.
So
Yeah.
that's two. That's 2 weeks basically.
Yeah, basically 2 weeks, but I think depending on the game that they have
So
coming.
then actually 3 weeks. So that's 3 games. That's
Yeah,
3 games. You know what I'm saying? And it could be more.
it could be more depending on how bad it is. Because you saw he tried to go back out there, he just
He
couldn't do it.
couldn't. Yep. He tried.
Yeah,
It was like pull him. He's a wide receiver, so high ankle sprains are much worse for wide receivers than they
and
are.
they're high speed the whole time. They're full. Yeah,
Yep.
speed.
Yep. So he may have to, depending on the grade. It was an ugly looking sprain too. It got
Hmm.
him good. You saw how his ankle was all swolled up and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
hopefully a good recovery from it. I don't know who they have the rest of their schedule,
mhm.
but yeah. But other than that, I'm happy for this team. I'm What makes me even more happy about it
Mhm.
is they did it in full display for everybody to see, for all
Facts.
those doubters, and then to change that outcome of it and turn that switch on like that. A lot of teams
Mhm.
can't do that. And like I said in the
Mhm.
beginning, it's gonna make a lot of people think about their team and ask, can my quarterback do that? Can my team come back from a deficit like that?
Well, and it also, again, I said this the last time we were on. Like it makes you appreciate the fact that uh, can your quarterback handle the type of changes that Jalen Hurts has had to change every year for the last 5 years
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
have the same type of success? You know what I'm saying? Do you know Josh is like that? If Josh had 5 different offensive coordinators for 5 straight years,
yeah.
you think he'd be this Josh Allen? Would Lamar be this Lamar? You know what I'm saying? Like would Joe be this Joe? You know what I'm saying? The guys that you say are more elite than him. Do you know can you really say that Patrick Mahomes can process that many different languages, you know what I'm saying, and still have the same success?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
True. That's
And
true.
still have the same success. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about Jalen Hurts and everything like that, I think it's lazy to leave out that part. Because when you lay that part out, when you say that part, You know, and when they make the argument about these elite quarterbacks and stuff like that, it's like, okay, you know, because you heard the sheriff. The sheriff said, "Hey, he called me all the time with very specific questions about very specific plays." I love how much of a student of the game he's become. You know what I'm saying? That's what Peyton said. You see what I'm saying? All right, so I'm just, you know, again, and Wink Martindale said the same thing. Hey, I ain't
Yeah.
never had a quarterback calling me and ask me to scout them. Shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Just
Like
at the end of the day, what we're gonna
what
have the quarterback conversation is gonna have to happen at
yeah.
the end of the season because there's been a lot of talking
Well,
about
again,
there's been a lot
I
of talking about quarterbacks.
you know, I think here's the thing. I said this and I'm standing on business. You know what I'm saying? That when it's all said and done, when Jalen Hurts is finished, when he's ready to retire with the game of football, we'll have caught the Dallas Cowboys and Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see it.
We'll have caught them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The Philadelphia Eagles minimum
Mm-hmm.
minimum is going to compete for the Super Bowl every other year for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yeah,
At
I can see
minimum.
5 more years. Yeah, 20 till 2020, 30.
Yep.
Yeah, I can
At
see that.
minimum.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
can
going to
see
be with always having guys who are contributors on their rookie contracts. You know what I'm saying? Guys getting, you know, as we cycle in. We're we have the youngest defense in the league. We're like the what third
that. We're
youngest
like
team
the
in the league. Yeah,
second youngest team.
yeah. And how many draft picks do we got coming up?
I want to say it's like 18, I think.
Yeah, see what I'm
No,
saying?
well, 13 to 10 coming up, depending on
Yes,
who's that we make.
yeah. And we just brought like I'm saying,
And we're going
you
to
know,
get more, too, because we got Dotson still under a rookie contract. We
so,
got, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like when you look at in the years to come, you know what I'm saying? Like we got guys that like, you know, we're going to be cycling in so many new people. And then
Mm-hmm.
we're also going to have so much talent on here who's still going to be in their rookie contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell are still in there. This is their second year in the league. This is just year number 2 for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is just year number 2 for them.
And they're
You know what
only
I'm saying?
getting better. They only going to
Yeah,
get better as rookies.
yeah, we got 2 more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're
Shahad
gonna
and
be bringing,
Makuba, yeah.
yeah. By the time Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell make it out of their rookie contract years, if we do a 5th-year option and all that shit, by the time they get out of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Do you realize how much fucking turnover there's going to be on this team?
Yeah.
Do
That's,
you realize?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Jalen is still. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All we got, like the succession plan for Lane is probably already in place. You see what
Hopefully.
I'm saying?
Hopefully it's not prior.
I mean, but we got Fred, so Fred did good. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Gets good. Hey,
Yeah.
reps. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Reps. Matt Pryor's a good offensive lineman. Just give him more reps. He's just gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
once Fred came in there, we were good. Okay.
But we definitely know in Philly, you gotta come out right. But I definitely it's definitely good that we were able to talk and do this recap. I actually
Yeah.
got to head out in a few. So we definitely we're gonna have to do something this week with the film study. And we'll
Yeah.
catch up
Just
on
let me
that.
know what day just let me know what day, and
Yeah,
I'll make myself available. You know what I'm
that'll be
saying? I
better.
got you. If I got nothing going on, because I mean, I'll be busy on Friday,
On
but
Friday? Okay.
for the most part, yeah, for the most part,
Okay.
I'll be around. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
go
I think
tomorrow.
the if anything, it'll probably be Thursday. Just a heads up on that.
All right, yeah. Let me know.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Hey,
All right,
everybody watching, we appreciate y'all. Uh, thank you for everybody on Instagram. We just started on Instagram, so everybody watching,
word.
we appreciate you. And then anybody over here, please go over to the bird section, check out Leo. Leo is on Talking Birds. Hey, there's some Cowboy fans over there too. So if you want to troll some Cowboy fans over there, let them know.
Hey, yeah,
Um,
listen, and for everybody here at the bird section, take your asses on over to the Eagles Collective podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe on their page as well. It's going to be a lot of cross mingling here, so to build up this community and everything like that. Because the thing is that we're just going to give it to you, as we see fit. You see
correct.
what I'm saying? That's what these opinions are. Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
be talking shit and everything like that, but it's funny. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there is a quality, intellectual type of conversation, that's going to be a low quality that we got to talk about. Like, what happened here? Why is this
yeah,
happening? So that's all.
yeah. A deep dive into what we saw, what our eyes saw, what the
Yeah,
NFL is looking like.
yeah,
That's why we doing that. And
yeah.
yo, honestly, I couldn't have done it with another person better. But Leo is killing it right now. So Leo's the best person for it to merge this with. That's why this collab is gonna be crazy this year, bro. It's
Absolutely,
crazy.
absolutely, absolutely. I got it. Matter of fact, I got to hit up Philly 500 after we get off on doing here and talk
Yeah.
about some of the stuff that we have because Mark Holmes, that footage and everything like that.
Mhm.
We're gonna be making fun of him,
Oh
dog.
yeah,
So,
you got to, bro. You got
yeah, like it's like okay, now we're gonna get you.
now we got ammo.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you thought you had ammo during the Michael Parsons. He just
yeah.
loaded
Oh,
up.
yeah, yeah. But just
It's only
yeah,
been 3 weeks and he's giving y'all ammo like that.
bruh. Listen, here's the thing. It's been going on since the summer, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Think about the summer. Like
Mhm.
they screwed the pooch with Micah. Then they had that stupid ass documentary come out. Remember
Mhm.
that? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then and then they
I
traded
forgot about that.
Micah. Yeah. They made the players literally go through the entire summer
Hmm.
thinking that Micah is going to end up getting paid probably like an hour before the first game. They let them think that shit. They built that whole fan base, and everyone kept telling us it's it's Jerry being Jerry. Relax, people.
Yeah.
Micah's not going anywhere. They do this every year. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Mhm.
is this is how they were talking to us. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then they tell us, like things are different. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Things are so different. Jerry is doing things like, letting Shoddy. They got this new coach. They called him. They even gave him his nickname, Shoddy. And they made drinks and
Really.
everything. This is the cowboy fan thing,
Thought
and
process. Yeah.
things are so different. This is what they feeding us all fucking summer. Okay, think about it. The whole summer, mind you. Remember how they lost? Remember
Hmm.
how they lost to the youngest, the youngest football team, a 7 seed, came to
Hmm.
their house and whooped their ass. The last piece of film we had on the Dallas Cowboys was them getting their asses kicked in their own house by a bunch of by a bunch of youngins, right? So
Hmm.
then, you know what I'm saying? Then you turn around and y'all feeding us this bullshit ass story about things being different because Jerry said y'all all in, and then they had the movie come out, and then and y'all and we looking at you
Yeah.
like, are you
Looking at the movie like,
serious?
yeah, somebody getting traded. Like
Yeah, like
that's
we,
the way I looked at it.
we like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And year after year you keep overspending,
Mm.
like when you don't even, and y'all feeding us this shit.
Unnecessary spending.
Mark and Game Time in bad mood. They're gonna curse you and Drew out.
That's funny.
I'm telling you, no, he's not wrong. Hamid Abdul Aziz is not wrong. He's not. I'm
That's
telling you, bruh, go through Mark's live stream.
yeah.
Go
I'm
through it.
gonna have to watch it. I'm definitely gonna have to watch it.
Oh, bruh. Matter of fact, just no, don't. stay tuned. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
making some. I'm gonna be making some clips. I'm just gonna show you like this is what it looked like. This
Yeah.
is
So
what
we
it
can
looked
air it
like.
on it. You can make
Yeah,
it
and
your intro. You can probably make it your intro.
yeah, I got to figure out how to piece all these things together because
Yeah.
I did some long screenshots of when he
Mhm.
was going through it. So I made them up. I'm gonna clip them up. You know what I'm saying? And be like, all right, here, this is what happened.
It looks like it says Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa tore his ACL.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn,
Dang.
damn.
That's
Okay.
crazy. But yeah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up out of here, and we're gonna be talking soon. We're gonna link up.
No doubt. And
Yes, sir.
hey, y'all, I'll check y'all later again at the bird section. Oh,
Yo, go
peace.
Birds.
Go birds.